Go for it.
Go for it.
Action.
All right. Hey, everybody. I've been given the orders. We're off. And my name is Glenn.
I'm Chloe.
And we are the Up Late. It's 10:30 on a Thursday night. No, Wednesday night.
Wednesday.
What am I talking about?
It's been an extra long weekend for you.
It certainly has. I've been talking to you off the record of, everything that's gone wrong technically this week. And apparently...
Just keep piling on. It's fine. Just keep piling on. It's all good.
It's organic. It just comes out of me wrong. But thanks for watching. If you are new to this video, you stumbled across it. I can't even fucking talk, Chloe.
We're up late.
We're very up.
We are some bonus content from the Good Movie Monday podcast, where we like to sit around, have a cuppa, just be general hot messes like Glenn is today. Usually it's me, so I'm actually feeling quite good this week.
So we've got about 29 minutes to go. Can you just finish it?
Absolutely. Look, I started my week off by no, I'm not going to do that.
What I was going to say, if you've stumbled across us, that's the fucking word I can't say, motherfucker. This is a hot mess. If you have stumbled upon us because of a fucking hashtag, well, you've probably not gotten this far. They have not got this far because I can't get shit out.
They're like, nah, scroll.
Done. Fucking hell. We're a movie. We're a supplementary movie chat.
Are we?
Spin-off from Good Movie.
I'm not even sure what this is.
A spin-off from Good Movie Monday. That is a podcast, and I would highly recommend you go back and listen to this week's show. On Monday, we interviewed Brian Usner, who has been an absolute icon of horror and a hero to myself and Ben. And we spent 90 minutes chatting with him, and it's just an incredible conversation. For people that have never heard of Brian Usner, I'm going to guess you're probably one of them. Would that be... Yeah. Well,
very fair. Very fair assumption.
There's a number of reasons why people know his work. One would be if you're a horror fan. Reanimator, Society, From Beyond, lots of movies like that. But he's also the creator of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and that's where most people would know his name from.
Wow, that's really cool. I know that one.
So I thought you might. So there we picked his brain a little bit about that as well as all the horror stuff, and it's just a fantastic conversation. And I can promise people that I did not have any verbal issues when it came to that conversation.
You were able to hold off and then just like unload on here, which is fine because usually it's me, so it's fine. You've got to have your turn.
I thought I'd save all my fuck ups for you.
Aw.
Yeah, sharing is caring.
It sure is. Well, that sounds like it's a really, really interesting chat.
Yeah, definitely is. Some of those technical issues I've been talking about have been getting that fucking video onto the internet, and good for people to watch. So at the point of us recording this, not done yet. So
I can see that it's causing you a little bit of anxiety, and it's making you a little bit uptight this afternoon, Glenn, or tonight.
It's tonight. Well, you say this afternoon, people are going to think we pre-record in the afternoon. It's legitimately nighttime.
No, I can turn around and show them the dark out there if they want.
Yes. Anyway, no, anxiety is probably part of it. I'm tired. I just haven't slept.
Yeah, fair enough.
Whole pot of coffee tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing that too, which is probably a stupid thing to do because I got to get up at 4:00 for the Anzac Day parade. So,
jeez, all right. Well, we better press on. Not that it makes a difference, but it's 30 minutes either way. But
I'm not gonna be sleeping anyway, so it's all good. Hey, our mate Gerald Butler is in a new movie.
I knew this was gonna be a thing. I knew. Well, that's all right. Gerald Butler. Okay.
Look, I have fucked up so many times that I need to at least pinpoint something about you, Glenn, and just roll with it. So until the new one pops along, Gerald Butler it is, but he's in a new movie, and it seems very Liam Neeson's Taken-ish.
Oh, really? He's kind of fallen into that bracket of films, I guess, since the whole Olympus has fallen, London has fallen, Angel has fallen. That's the kind of shtick he's doing, which suits me fine. I think he's good at that. He was particularly good in Greenland. I don't know if you saw that one last year.
No, I haven't seen that one
Fantastic.
yet, but it was that did pique the interest, that one.
It's fantastic. It really is. It's a really gritty, hardcore kind of take on the end of the world kind of apocalyptic kind of scenario, but well worth a look.
I do love me some apocalyptic movies, so I'm sure
So
that would be one that I would.
what's the name of his new one? Do you know?
Yeah, it's called Last Seen Alive, I think, and
Okay.
yeah, it's generally about his wife, or soon to be ex-wife, I think it is. They're on a trip to see her family or something, maybe to tell them about her divorce, and yeah, she goes missing when they stop off, and then yeah, he delves into the criminal underworld of the small town in America.
I mean, if she's a soon to be ex, I would have been like, that's right.
Way cheaper.
Cool. Yeah, that's right. I'm up for that. That sounds good. Oh, that sounds good. Wait for the parody version of that. Remember when I don't know if you remember, we did a parody show on the podcast a few weeks ago, or months ago, I should say.
Yeah.
And Taken had a parody movie called Tooken, and I think it's one of the best parody movies since those, Naked Gun days.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really struggling tonight.
Tooken. Well, I mean, wasn't that one of my first weeks on the podcast? Didn't I do Scary Movie? Was that the whole thing of it? Yeah, that was a little while ago now.
Didn't you for the first few weeks want to do Scary Movie every week?
I still want to do Scary Movie.
Yeah, well, no, there's plenty to do.
Oh, they're just, I mean, they get old, but they were good movies. we won't dive into it, but yeah, it was good. They were good.
All right, what else has been going on movie wise in the news? I don't really recall what's been happening. I haven't been paying attention, which I probably should have. It's probably a good idea that when you see a bit of news, you write it down for things to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you want to talk about, because there's been a lot going on with the whole Amber Heard, Johnny Depp situation.
Have you been watching that? Let's talk about that. Like, have you been watching it? It's been fascinating.
I have been watching bits and pieces of it on TikTok. I haven't really delved too deeply into it because I don't really want to form an opinion on it. But from the small bits and pieces that I have gathered, it looks like a fucking schmozzle. Like, it just looks like
it is a schmozzle.
Fucking shit show.
It is a schmozzle for sure. And the thing is that it's like clickbait. It's like the second that you clap eyes on it, you're glued to it. So I've not been actively pursuing it, following it, or anything like that. Don't even click on a headline. But if the live feed comes up on my news feed, because I follow a lot of outlets that do the live stuff, I'll be there for an hour.
Yeah,
I'll be there for an hour just watching this, and it's riveting from an entertainment perspective. This is like two people that are both outrageous, right? And at one point you're thinking they're as bad as each other, and then at one point you're like, well, that person's far worse. And then you're like, well, that person's playing the game. And it's just, I've got opinions. I won't necessarily share them if you don't want to go into all that stuff.
No. Absolutely. I mean, but I've become so wary of these things as like PR stunts, and also creating a villain and a hero, and like it is a movie when it's actually real life. And at the moment, Amber Heard is being portrayed as the villain, which, she very well might be. But I'm also really I'm really scared of painting her that way in my mind, because, later on down in the years, it comes out that she's not, and the truth comes out, and she's been villainified, and it would kill me to think that way of somebody. But then I would never do that of Johnny Depp either, because I respect him so much as a performer.
I mean, the thing is, right, you got to remember, this is a defamation case. It's not a criminal case, right? So there's not a lot at stake, really. Reputations and careers, yes, they're important, but there's not criminal charges here, right, at stake. At least I don't think there are. You can't. Surely there's no criminal charges in a defamation suit. I don't know. Anyway,
There could be, but it depends on the extent of it.
yeah. I mean, he's going after her for defamation. So if he loses, I don't think there's any loss there.
Yeah.
If he wins, then she's been found guilty, and then that's where it comes into play. But look, I think the evidence is on his side. I mean, he has willingly and knowingly exposed the ugly things about his personality and his life, right? So there's all the addiction. There is a lot of things that he has said that, I mean, he goes into this knowing that that's going to be exposed, right? So I think he's put a lot on the line personally to go down this avenue. And I think that the evidence he's presented and some of the traits that she's demonstrated kind of tip the scales in his favor.
Yeah,
from what I'm watching. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And but another thing that we also have to remember here is that it's Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
In 2 words, Johnny Depp. And
yep.
he hasn't done a whole lot wrong in his life, like publicly or on the screen, that people can, right? Like there's always going to be a whole lot of sway that way.
Well, this is the thing, right? The interesting thing is he has a public life that trumps hers by about 20 years.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right?
Beloved.
And in that public life and personal life in that time, never any scandals, right? So his ex-wife has come out and said, in the entire time we were married, he had never laid a hand on me. He had never abused me, blah, blah, blah. So when you've got that kind of historical backup, because an ex-wife, doesn't have to come out and say that shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right. Look, it's fascinating. I don't want to draw a final conclusion in it, but like I know where my allegiance is going.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I think it's very easy to throw a guy under a bus much more than it is to throw a woman under the bus. And so, that's a thing I'm always very wary of too, but just watching this unfold will be it's fun. Like, I mean, it's a public exhibition. It's out there for everyone to see live.
It's so weird that it's public as well. I mean, and that's, you don't see a whole lot of these defamation cases, like take Rebel Wilson when she took one of the magazines or one of the websites or whatever it was for defamation. That wasn't done live. So I'm wondering what the difference is. Is it because it's American and that was Australian, or?
No, I think it's the caliber. I think it's an A-list actor here that's that's falling from grace, supposedly. And this is classic Hollywood, because back in the 30s, 40s, maybe even the 50s, scandals were big business, right? So when there was a scandal, it was back then all over the radio, all over the television, and everyone gossiped. And this feels very much like that to me.
Yeah, I agree with you there, definitely.
And I just think it's it. Like we're voyeuristic in nature. Like, so when we've got an A-lister here who we feel very close to because he's connected with us on the screen, we want to know the juicy details. And he's been, I mean, we can't forget they're both actors, and therefore they have the ability to act in a courtroom. I think he's been. Look, he is manipulating the courtroom as much as she is. I won't deny that, but he's doing it in a very facetious way. He's kind of making light of it, and he's responding facetiously as opposed to provocating.
Yeah,
because he is being asked some really dumb questions, and he's been asked the same questions over and over to try and trip him up. And I think he's been clever in the way he responds to them. We haven't seen her on the stand yet, though, have we? I don't think that's come yet, because I haven't.
I haven't seen her, but I have seen the ones of him answering the same questions over and over again, and him giving the lawyer like, "Are you fucking serious?" looks like, and that's been quite funny. But I'm just like, in the same mind, I am really conscious that he's a very good actor and he knows how to play people. He knows how to play a room. He knows how to do all of this. So it's just so confusing as to where to stand. But I guess. Yeah. I mean, that's what we pay the lawyers and the judges the big bucks for. So,
before we move on, one interesting thing about it, and it's a commentary that has been on TikTok, but it's been across the other social media platforms too, has been how she has dressed in the days after. Have you followed that?
Yes.
Like,
It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen, though.
But it is stupid when it's just put out there once or twice. But then, as the days go on of this trial and those consistencies, so to give people context, the theory is that she's kind of playing mind games with him in that she will dress like him the next day, or if he does his hair a certain way, she will do it the next day, or blah blah blah. And there has been a lot of that. It's probably just coincidental, but there's some juicy, salacious stuff to kind of work with, because he talked about, I think it was Rita Hayworth or something. He made a big point about one of the actresses. It might have been Greta Garbo or someone like that. And the next day she wore the same haircut that she was famous for. And one day he wore this little bee brooch on his tie, and the next day she wore the little bee brooch on her tie. Like, she's mimicking, whether it's intentional or not, him in the courtroom. And I think that's another juicy layer.
Honestly, bitches be crazy, and she be crazy. I am not saying that she is not, and I have no doubt she is doing something. I have no doubt she's doing it. That's what I find dumb. That's what I find absolutely dumb. Like you think that's going to affect people? No, it just makes you look like a fucking even crazier bitch. Like, just cut it out.
And if she really did take a shit on his bed, then she'd be crazy for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, at least play it off to gastro.
No, but I would, if I were him, I would have taken a sample. And no, but because you got DNA in that shit. You can prove it.
You're just going to keep a sample of someone's poo just in case, though? Like,
well,
hey, Glenn, what's this in your fridge? Oh, it's just a little pot of poo. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I can tell you one thing. I've known some crazies in my time, and I do know that if I had an ex that got to the point that she was taking a dump in my bed, I would want to prove emphatically that was her. Then yeah, I would probably definitely baggy that shit.
I wouldn't want to be handling anything like that, but good to know.
Well, I mean, maybe Johnny can get some tips from you on how to get the stains out.
Yeah, it's
nappy sand.
Nappy. Sard.
Sard. It's hard. Is that what you're saying? It's
sard. Sard.
No. Oh, thought you like scraping off with a Stanley knife on sard. Hey, it's earned you a new nickname, so you know. Benjamin Boobs gets his own.
Are you going to tell me?
Well, I may be half responsible for it. But
carry on.
Chloe shit for pants. And you know what? This wouldn't be a thing if you didn't put it all over TikTok.
Oh, I don't care. See, that's the thing. I think it's great. I'm all for nicknames. I had my guesses earlier. I was close.
Yeah, not far.
Shitty Pants McGee, I think, was my guess.
Yeah, because I think he was saying to me, he goes, "Oh, I need to come up with a name for Chloe," and I'm just like, "Chloe Shit for Pants." Like, it's obvious.
Shit for brains or shit for pants. It could have gone either way and it would have worked. Honestly, it would have worked either way.
That's right.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Well, thank you, Benjamin Boobs, and maybe Mr. Boobs and I will have to conspire to get you your very own nickname, Glenn.
All right, I'm up for that.
Or maybe I'll just start calling you Gerald.
Yeah, Gerald is a good one. Other people call me cunt.
Call you what?
Never mind.
I'm going to get that out of you. I don't know what that was, but I'm going to get it out.
Everyone else heard. What else have we got? We've barely talked about movie stuff other than...
There's a new Thor coming out. I didn't know about. Yeah.
Yes, I've seen the trailer. The trailer's hilarious.
I thought it was all I thought they were all kind of slowing down now that all sort of the Avengers movies were done.
No.
But
This is the big one they were doing in Sydney when Matt Damon was here and all that.
Oh, okay, all right. Am I the only one that goes Matt Damon whenever I hear his name?
You are not.
Okay, good.
You are not.
Because when you said it, like instantly
yeah.
my mind just said Matt Damon.
No, I was gonna do another joke like last week, and I thought, nah, it's a bit too obvious.
Yeah, fair enough. Anyway, getting back onto the topic. Yeah, I didn't realize that there was another Thor coming out. Yeah. So it looks funny, does it? That's good.
The trailer's great. And you know me, don't really like Marvel, so
that's true.
For a trailer to get me, then got to be some kind of promise to it. But yeah, no, it does. It looks very funny. And I think the only appeal to me is the Taika Waititi stuff. I think he's getting a little bit stale, but that's okay. Still get a kick out of it.
I'll never agree with you, but it's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
I love my Waikiki. I was watching before we came to record tonight a movie that I haven't seen in a while, and it's absolutely one of my favorites. Inglourious Bastards. We turned on Foxtel, and there it was on all of its ingloriousness. And it's the only Tarantino film I can watch with my husband because he won't watch any other Tarantino film. So
what's the story there? Like, I mean, it's usually like, this is a sexist thing to say, but Tarantino's films are very blokey. They're very masculine, and that surprises me.
It surprises me too. I think it's the ones that I've tried to watch with him have been a little bit more slower off the mark. Yeah. So things like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood wasn't really up his alley.
Have you done Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction, like the really early hardcore ones?
No, we haven't. And I did ask him before if he's watched Kill Bill, and he never has either, which is another one of my absolute favorites. So I think we might go down those roads and see if I can swing him onto my side, because I know if he gives it a try, he'll love it.
That'd be good. He might surprise you. Like, the one he might like the most to be the one that they consider his worst, and Death Proof might be the one that gets him, because that's a fast, fun, sexy, high octane kind of movie.
Yeah, you could be right there. I think I'm going to have to start laying him on hard and thick and Tarantino films, that is.
Oh, okay, excellent. So this is not an Amber Heard bed thing we're talking about?
No. Yeah, no, I'm going to have to start my education, because I have to sway him.
Yeah. I mean, my personal opinion would be just start from the start and do it the way that, my generation have come to love Tarantino, because I think his voice evolves, and I think it's easier to access him from the start.
I think that I need to start with the sexy, hardcore stuff to get him on board. Yeah, to get him on board, to get him on the ship, and then carry him through that way.
You're a good wife.
I mean, yeah, he'll get bored and he won't watch the rest of them, so I got to do what I got to do.
Hey, this is not a let's dump on our fucking partners episode, because that means I've got to bring Melissa into this and dump on her, which I can do, if you want me to.
It's like one of his only downfalls is the fact that he doesn't like Tarantino for some reason, and it causes me great pain.
All right, let me balance the scales here and tell you that my wife doesn't like anything I watch. So...
I mean, you watch some stuff.
She likes... Yeah, no, we watched Ghostbusters Afterlife the other night, and we both enjoy that.
Oh, is that the new one?
Yeah.
I want to watch it so badly. Looks good.
It's fantastic. Yeah, it's really, really good.
Yeah, and I'm sure Paul Rudd doesn't let down.
No, he doesn't. It's second time's a charm. It's the second time I've watched it. It's better the second time than it was the first time. I think the first time I was so swept up in nostalgia, but then the second time the nostalgia was still very present, but I think those connections to the original film are stronger once you've already watched it once. So
yeah, oh, that's nice. Anyway. I like it. I like it when you can lean into it the second time and it can be even better. That's great.
Yeah, for sure. And the repeat value will be there. I'll go back to it several times. I'm actually keen to do all three of them back to back.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
Yeah. Aside from one reference, it kind of ignores everything that happened in part 2, but still flows regardless.
Nice. Well, what is Mel's favorite movie?
Favorite movie? She doesn't. Well, okay.
Does she have one?
Well, not really. But if it goes if we're judging by what I walk into every single night when she's asleep in bed and fallen asleep watching, it's the same movie every single night, or 2 movies on rotation. It's either Save the Last Dance, or Coyote Ugly. But you know what? She goes to bed at the same time every night and presses play. So I know that if I come to bed at the exact same time a few hours later, because the film's on loop, it's always the same fucking scene. I could recite it. Like, but if it's not those, then like, and Ben and I talk about this on the podcast a lot, very much those sappy Hallmark type of movies, all those Christmas Prince type of movies, which I'm not even going to criticize her for, because it's just a different end of the spectrum to the shit I like, right?
It's completely opposite to the spectrum of what you like.
But they're shit in equal measure is what I'm saying.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah. No, I completely agree with you there. Yeah.
And because I do like all brands and genres of film, I can easily sit and watch those with her, but it's when she has to sit and watch them with me, it's a different story.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
But those kind of films, which I mean, I'd rather walk into Coyote Ugly than I would walking into fucking 12 Princes for Christmas or whatever the fuck.
That sounds like a completely different genre of movie there.
Right. There are princes everywhere.
Oh, prince over here, prince over there. Ooh, Mel, sorry, didn't mean to drag you into that. Jesus Christ.
No, but that's all right. As long as I'm one of them, she won't care.
No. 1 through 11, you don't mind. You don't mind.
I'll be the prince in the back singing Purple Rain.
That is my favorite type. Well done. I'm going to commend you. You have made up for the beginning of this video. Wholeheartedly.
Well, that's like almost a good bookend. We're not quite at the end, but we're so close.
I'm now imagining you in like the purple suit that Eddie Murphy wore in Raw in the background, like with a microphone with your hair slicked back singing Purple Rain. And it's a beautiful, beautiful image there, Glenn.
Or When Doves Cry.
Oh, both bangers. Both bangers, honestly. Actually, I think that I've never seen Purple Rain.
Oh my goodness. We talked about that last week on the podcast. It's so good. And you love a musical movie.
Yeah, I do.
It's a movie that is really, really densely layered with all kinds of personal themes in Prince's life, like domestic violence at the hands of his father, himself, which is the whole theme of When Doves Cry. It's the story of him repeating the same mistakes his dad did. So, he becomes a bit of a wife beater, if you want to put it that way. And a man that knows how fallible and his mistakes come to haunt him and all that kind of stuff. It's a really, really thickly textured film that has the appearance of just being a Prince vehicle, but it's more than that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it.
That doesn't surprise me at all. He was and what's the word that I'm looking for? An anomaly. He was just
he was a bit of a prodigy. Like Jarrett and I went and saw Purple Rain at the cinemas, and I had seen it many times on DVD and Blu-ray, but watching it on the big screen was something else. It was just special. Like I'd love to watch that again on a cinema screen.
Wow, I need to watch it.
Yeah, we need to do like an end of year Good Movie Monday Christmas party. We all watch Purple Rain.
Purple Rain. It's a weird choice, but sure.
No, but you know how there's those fucking idiots that do purple Christmas decorations and shit?
Tell us how you really feel, Glenn. Jesus.
Look, I am not religious or anything like that, and therefore it shouldn't matter to me, but I give a shit when people use purple for Christmas colours. It's not a Christmas colour.
Yeah, no, I am more of a traditional person. I
love the greens and reds.
Green. I've gone green the last couple of days. Green and years. Green and silver. I hate red. I don't like red at all. Yeah, no. You will never catch me wearing red. I had red nails there at one point and I chewed them off. I hated them so badly. So I don't put red on my Christmas tree. It's just green. And green goes better with silver than gold. So there you go.
Well, yeah, I'm not a gold fan, but what a stupid conversation.
Purple Rain.
But wow, you don't like red at all. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's
I
just
never
one of those
used to like
things.
red. I never used to like red, and then one time I just put something on and it was red, and I'm like, it kind of suits me. So I then started wearing red shirts under jackets and things like that, and it just worked. But
I don't judge anybody else for liking the color red. I do not. It's just it's a personal choice.
fucking now the hat won't go back on. There we go. Do you know, like I am judgmental, and I'm going to be judgmental because I think there is a certain class of, let's just say, middle-aged to elderly woman that is the equivalent of a Catwoman, but she's a purple woman, and she will have a purple car with purple interior. She'll wear purple shoes, purple socks, purple pants, purple hair, purple jewelry. Her house will be purple. She's fucking Grimace. Like, it's
The color is
outrageous.
the personality.
And purple's not a good personality.
I mean, not everyone can shine as bright as us, Glenn. You know, some people got to work really hard at it.
I mean, I'm sure that Purple Rain, now that I think of it, it may be like an analogy for, like, you know, purple bruises and stuff like that.
Oh.
Maybe that's, you know.
Hey, I never even thought of that. There you go.
Neither had I until just now. Revelation.
Getting deep.
We're done. We're cooked. We've probably just ended the show as poorly as we came into it.
What a special night, honestly.
Well, let's not. Let's just end it right there.
Yeah. Okay.